Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be going over, well, kind of just the next 12 months of RuneScape. Now, a lot of this was revealed at RuneFest, at the stream where they talk about the next 12 months of RuneScape. But a couple things are just little snippets from the last Q&A, as well as just some things from various other sources. I've kind of compiled them into a quick recap for what you can expect from old school RuneScape. Okay, so to start off, one of the larger updates that is coming to old school RuneScape is going to be the Theater of Blood. This will essentially be Raids 2. It's going to be for a smaller group of players, probably only 3 to 5, and it's going to be located in Mariaditch, if I'm saying that correctly. It's kind of an unused portion of the game. There's not that much content there already. Now, the concept of the new raid room is going to be that a bunch of vampires are trying to kind of throw a bunch of human slaves through a gauntlet challenge, and nobody's ever beaten it before, so you have to go essentially just entertain the vampires by trying to get through their demented, twisted vampire gauntlet thing. Which I think is pretty cool, honestly. It's just kind of reminds me of The Binding of Isaac, if any of you guys have ever played that game. Now, for the layout, it's going to be a linear progression, so there's not going to be any randomness to it. You're going to be able to know exactly what the rooms are going to look like, which there should be about 10 to 12 of them. Now, unlike Raids 1, you will get rewards after every single room. They're not going to be extremely high per room, but you will be able to tap out and still retain a good amount of rewards from it. So another key difference between Raids 1 is that there will not be any skilling involved in this raid. All of the supplies and food you're going to get either from drops or just from your initial supplies that you brought with you. So it's going to kind of be a bit of a cost versus reward thing here. You will have to pay attention to your supplies and make sure you're not expending too many of them. So another key difference is that it's going to entail a wiping mechanic. So every time you start a new room, everyone's alive, and you're going to fight and try to beat the room or whatever challenge is in it. As long as one person survives and completes the challenge, everyone will respawn at the next room. Otherwise, you're restarting at the beginning of that room. So a very classic mechanic. Now for the rewards, they're looking at 3 new weapons, 1 for each attack style. Mod Kieran mentioned that he would like to have them powered by blood runes, but that is just a speculation. Another thing they mentioned was that they wanted to add a new magic spell or magic weapon that actually had KO potential. Now, I'm not sure if they'll add it to the Theater of Blood or somewhere else, but I think that's interesting. Now, they're looking to add some new armor that will be kind of akin to barrows when you're using it outside of the raid, but when you use it within the Theater of Blood, it will be unmatched by any other armor, is what they're kind of putting forward. Last up, there are a couple miscellaneous items that they're thinking of adding, mainly vials of blood, which would be kind of a new potion base. Instead of mixing it with vials of water, you'd add it to a vial of blood. They're thinking of making it a potion that damages you when you drink it, but gives more enhanced boost compared to the regular potions. They specifically mentioned adding a new magic and range boosting potion because they are kind of lacking. Now, the next large update that they're hoping to bring to RuneScape is going to be an update to the farming skill. Now, there's going to be a couple different segments here, starting with Livestock. So there will be now 2 barns around the world where you'll be able to grow animals. One will be in Lumbridge and one is going to be in Zeah. So these are kind of work exactly like plants. You're going to have to feed them, grow them, whatnot, and you'll be able to harvest them for a moderate amount of items and possibly experience. You'll be able to do this multiple times, or once they're dying, you'll be able to kill them and get a large amount of XP and items, but you will have killed the animal. Now, a couple of the examples for livestock they gave was a baby mole, a baby dragon, and a baby Zulrah, which you'd be able to get Zulrah scales, dragon scales. They would be shedding, something like that, while they're alive, or when you kill them, you get a bunch of dragon scales and some dragon bones and whatnot. Another part to this is they're going to be adding a farming guild. Now, this will be west of the Shazian clan in Zeah. This is going to be the other area where the barn will be, I mentioned earlier. There are going to be 3 different tiers available in the farming guild, a tier 60, a tier 70, and a tier 80. And you'll be getting a different amount of stuff available based on your level. With level 60, you're going to be able to unlock that pen, a cactus patch, a large compost bin. You'll be able to actually grow a fightable demi-boss, which I'm actually really excited for. And another thing worth mentioning is apparently the entire farming guild is going to be alive, so you'll be able to interact with it. The guild is literally the plant, so I imagine it in like a giant tree or something, and it has feelings and it acts differently based on what you do. So this seems kind of cool. At level 70, a notable thing you'll be able to unlock is the Gaia patch. Now this is a brand new patch that is going to be acting like a global farming modifier. There's only one of these patches in the game, and what you grow here will give you a boost to all your other patches. Now they gave 3 examples of boosts that you would be able to apply to your patches. One to give more resources, one that will reduce the chance of a disease, and another one that will skip stages in the growth cycle, which I guess will just have your herbs or plants grow quicker. They also mentioned a redwood patch, and that would be available at level 80, and a new fruit tree patch called the dragon fruit patch, which will be the highest tier of a fruit tree seed just above the palm tree. Now a couple other miscellaneous things that kind of mentioned throughout the farming presentation is that they're going to add snapgrass to be able to be grown in allotment. They were mentioning a chaotic herb seed. I don't know how these would enter the game, but they give a variety of herbs. I'm assuming it's just one seed called the chaotic herb seed, and you grow it and it just gives you probably a large amount of a bunch of different herbs. They're probably a rare drop from something, I'm not sure. Another thing worth mentioning is that they were talking about an evil spirit tree that you could grow, and it would have teleports to the wilderness, which would be kind of interesting. So next up, there looks to be a large emphasis on updating the wilderness. To start off here, there's going to be an update to Bounty Hunter. So the way they put this was Slayer tasks for bounties and Bounty Hunter. But the way I kind of think of it is literally Mr. Mammal's random gear PKing. So essentially you're going to get a task to complete, like kill someone with a DDS, or kill someone with the rocks, or kill someone with a fire battle staff or something. And you have to complete it, and you are going to get Bounty Hunter points based on you completing the reward. By participating in these Slayer tasks, you will be able to unlock loot crates, which are not going to be great at all. They put an emphasis on that they will suck, which is kind of funny. But you are PKing, you are getting items already, so I guess it doesn't have to be that good. The next big reveal was they are going to be adding a Mage Arena too. So the way this is going to work is you're going to actually have to kill 3 bosses roaming around the wilderness to earn the cape. This is going to be a lot more challenging, and you will only be able to get 1 cape by completing this. So if you lose it, you're going to have to go do this all over again. There are going to be 3 bosses, like I said, and you're going to have to kill each one of them with a different god spell. The cape is actually going to be twice the stats of the current mage cape, which I think is fair considering how much harder it is to get the cape, and losing it will actually have a penalty. Now they also mentioned they are going to hopefully be adding Revenant Caves, and I didn't have much experience with this in the old RuneScape, but the surprising thing here is they are talking about adding pre-Zulrah nerf levels of income to the Revenant Caves. I guess just because it is a high risk, high reward scenario here, but still kind of surprising on this kind of piece of content. I'm not really sure if they're going to keep it like that. But I'm assuming it's going to be really hard to actually achieve that because people will constantly be trying to kill you. Now one last thing they mentioned was a altar in the wilderness. Will you actually be able to bring noted bones and unnote them right there for the new best in slot prayer experience. Now of course it's in the wilderness. You probably won't want to bring a ton of bones with you, but I think this is an interesting idea. Now the last section is going to be quests. Now there are quite a few quests they actually mentioned they were liking to add to the game this year. The main one, which you may already have heard of, is Dragon Slayer 2. Now I actually do have a video on Dragon Slayer 2. On top of that, there is actually a dev blog out for it right now that will go extremely into depth on this. But I'll still do a quick recap. Dragon Slayer 2 is going to offer some new rewards. Start off with the Dragonfire Ward, which is going to be a ranged version of the Dragonfire Shield. The Ava's Assembler, which will be a new best in slot ranged cape. The Dragon Kite Shield and the Dragon Plate Body are also going to enter the game with this update. There are going to be some new metallic dragons added to the game, the Adamant Dragon and the Rune Dragon, and there's even going to be a new Dragon Solo boss, which will be how you actually complete the quest. There's also a boss you can redo and try it over and over again. Now I kind of have to reiterate, there is a full devlog on this, and I did make a full video on this, so I don't want to ramble on too much about this because it's already content I already released. Now on top of Dragon Slayer 2, they did mention the Making Friends with My Arm quest, which will be a sequel to the Troll storyline. On top of that, they're looking to add a new quest for Zeah, and they even mentioned the Revenant quest, which has been on the burner for a while. But maybe they will actually complete it. Okay, so seriously, one last thing here. they're actually looking to do group Ironman. I pulled this from the Q&A stream, and apparently they are really passionate about bringing group Ironman to the game, but with all this other content, they couldn't promise it in the next 12 months, so they didn't actually mention it, but otherwise they would have revealed it at RuneFest, or at least that's my impression. Alright guys, that's about it. I hope you did enjoy the recap video for the next 12 months. I am excited for all the new content coming to the game. Let me know down below what is your favorite piece of content revealed at RuneFest. For me, I would say it's probably Dragon Slayer 2. Really excited to do a new quest and have something to kind of grind for. Anyway, thanks for watching guys. If you did enjoy, don't forget to toss the video a like, and I will see you in the next video.